Hi, welcome to the last but one video from Avenue X of 2021, and this is the video of the most ridiculous drama moments of Avenue X's pick this year. Hi, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie and good storytelling shares their thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas and stories and how they're told. I hope the end of the year rush hasn't made your life too difficult. Today, to lighten up your load of living your 3D life, I am going to offer you some of the most ridiculous moments of Avenue X's pick coming from Chinese drama land this year, so that we can all laugh at it and rant about it and be happy. Each of those moments will get their special awards from Avenue X of how ridiculous they are, and then I will also keep a record of which platform they come from. At the end of the list, I think the number will be very telling. The first moment coming from a super low budget web drama. It aired at the end of April and it's an iQIYI drama. 奇妙的命运啊, Wonderful Fate. A story about a contemporary high school girl went through a toilet and ended up on the other side of a manga book, which is set in period timing. The most ridiculous moment coming from this drama happened right from the beginning. 4 minutes into it, we see the emperor of that manga world is being forced to marry a woman from a very powerful political family that he doesn't want to marry. So, to stop that woman from offering herself to him, he pulled out a dagger, and then next shot is in front of the palace door at night. The eunuch announced in crazy high-pitched voice, 皇上自宫啦! The emperor has castrated himself. Yeah, that line did happen in a drama. I don't think it happened ever in Dramaland. I definitely don't see that happening in any other country's dramas. So, iQIYI definitely wins a point for this one line that you never expect will come from any storytelling. Second moment, coming from the unstoppable resource that offers us ranting points for every Chinese drama reviewer this year. It is the Youku period drama, 君九零. And this drama, from moment 1, is worth ranting about all the way through to the end. And I picked the moment in episode 1 around minute 16 when our female lead woke up from a plastic surgery that happened overnight and realized she had a totally different face. It is completely healed and recovered overnight, and even her vocal cord gets changed. Wow! So this would be the golden magical moment from Chinese dramaland that beats 21st century surgical science and medical science. It is such a pity that the old guy died immediately afterwards. Had he been alive still today in our world, he'd be the most wealthy plastic surgeon in this world. The third moment, also coming from a Youku period drama, the nature of the ridiculousness of this moment has a competition also on this category called Defy the Rules of Physics and Make Newton Jump Out of His Grave. And it comes from none other than the incredibly rant-worthy drama 风起霓裳, Weaving a Tale of Love, led by Gu Linaja and Xu Weizhou, and I've also made a rant video on it. The moment comes from episode 18. And it happens in different time code. One is at minute 25, you see the first part of the scene, and around minute 30, you see the second part of the scene. And the real juicy part happened in the second part of the scene, where our male lead jumped on a horse to save the crown prince, who is also on a horse. They galloped towards a cliff and then fell off. The two guys on the back of a horse. They don't flip around in air, they just fall very steadily, still sitting on the horse. I don't know how that's manageable, but they did it. And then they kicked the horse off and grabbed onto a tree. What did the horse do wrong? And the CG green screen of that scene is also horrendous to look at. It is the most epic falling down a cliff scene I've seen this year. I struggled between this one and Long Ballad's Chang'e falling down the bridge while she is also on the horseback. And then she becomes comic. After thinking about it hard, I think two guys on the back of the horse and falling down while they're still on the back of the horse is more insulting to Isaac Newton and every human being who lives on this planet. Therefore, the moment ends up on my list. Coming right up is another moment that defies gravity, which comes from a drama that hardly anybody is watching. It aired very recently, and honestly, I didn't really want to watch it, but I had to go in and check out this incredible moment because it's everywhere on China's internet about just how ridiculous it is, and I went to check it out, and it really is ridiculous. It comes from a contemporary drama that's being aired on Tencent called 我是岁月你是星辰. I'm the years, you are the stars. Does not make sense at all, but hey, does not matter either. There is a falling down, not a cliff, but a roof of a tall building scene that pushed this whole plot of falling down from heights of Dramaland to a new level. Episode 5, around minute 18, our female lead is on the rooftop of a hospital with a crazy doctor who grabbed onto her and threw her off the roof. She grabbed onto the edge of the building and then managed to not fall down. You see it from a side of that shot of how much force she has to endure when she grabbed on and hit on the side of the building and not falling down. Immediately, next shot is a close-up of her head sticking out half over her head on the top of the building when she's just holding it with her fingers like that. So basically, she went from hanging on the building to... And there's not any sign of strain of her muscle when she's doing that. She just sticks out of her head and look at the roof and say, somebody help me. Even a really super strong guy of their upper body, it will be hard for them to do that all the way. Certainly they will be all red and sweating and veins popping out of their head or something. She looks very relaxed and happy while she was doing that. And she was clearly not standing on anything. Then the male lead comes into her rescue. As she falls down, he jumps and he ends up like below her. Because we can explain that with he had a starting speed of jumping out. But then, the way he grabbed onto her, and they fall, of a couple of stories, which should end in less than a second, physically speaking, is being pulled so long on camera. Slow-mo happened, romantic music showed up, started to swell, and this guy dies, and then, because he doesn't die, that's like the setting of it, he stands up like a zombie. I highly recommend you go and check out just that one sequence. You probably will stay like this all the way through. It is so funny and ridiculous. It will make your day if you're not happy. And you will laugh so loud that suddenly life feels brighter. Then let's move on to our 5th ridiculous moment, which I would call absolute insulting on average audience's intelligence and common sense moment that happened to yet another Tencent drama, contemporary drama called Cute Programmer, 程序员那么可爱. When you hear me talk about the title of the drama, if you have watched a drama, you know what I'm gonna rant about. Yes, a contemporary 21st century woman dresses up as a man, goes into a company to get a job, and nobody discovered that. The entire premise of this whole thing is absolutely insulting, but I'll pick one moment out of the whole thing, which happened in episode 2, minute 15, when our female lead supposedly dressed up as a guy, which she only did with short hair and a very baggy shirt. That's all, okay? She still has freaking mascara on. And then she didn't even disguise her voice. She still sounds like a woman. She goes to the HR of this company and says, I have come here to report to start working. And the HR lady, the moment she noticed how good looking he is, the HR breaks all the rules. And our female lead, because she has to offer her ID card to get registered for working at the company, but her card says she's a woman. So she holds the card out to that lady, but with the information side facing herself, and then not giving that to her. They just start to do this poll, and the HR lady thought that the guy is just teasing with her and having fun, and she enjoyed it immensely. Then our female lead goes, my card has just recently expired. I'll go and get a new one. And the HR goes like, gobsmacked by the good lookingness of this main character, and she just said, okay, you know, when you get it, don't forget to give it to me. And then she passes all the procedures of actually getting registered at this company and start working. Who wrote that? And if they wrote that, when they went on set to film that, what happened to the director? Did the director has no brain? What happened to the actors? Did they not notice what they're doing is absolutely ridiculous? Why doesn't censorship stop this kind of plot? Isn't that more worth censoring than you can have a policeman as a murderer? I don't understand how these things work. It baffles me. It pushes the limit of my understanding of human logic. But it did happen. It happened in Chinese Dramaland, and it's from Tencent. Are you surprised? Then the sixth moment comes from a drama that got aired on all 3 platforms. So what can I say? All of you will get the point. 我的砍价女王, My Bargain Queen. Counting the opening title song in 3 minutes into this drama, you get the first male and female lead, 壁咚信. The guy pushes the girl onto the wall. An overbearing CEO classic scene. They were just standing at a bus stop under the canopy from the rain, and the car just drives by, splash, and the guy shield the girl from the water, but instead of pull her around or just do this, he turns around and pushed her to the wall of the bus stop and got so close that it's like he's trying to kiss her. And then his assistant just happened to walk by and saw that, and romantic music and slow-mo, and I'm like, what the F is that? This moment will get the award of how to turn away your audiences fastest and make them feel disgusted. 7th moment, also coming from a Youku drama, 舍我其谁, Go into your heart. I've made a video ranting about it, so if you're interested, you can check out for more details. And I'm actually spoiled for choices in terms of how many ridiculous moments this drama has, and then out of their own competition, I picked the one with QR code. It is the most insulting to actually hardworking but super clever people on planet Earth award winner moment. Our male lead was exposed to our female lead's WeChat account, QR code, for like less than a second. Because she showed it literally to him for like less than a second before a call came in and then changed the screen. That night when he got home, he was like, I should still add the girl on, but I need the QR code. I remember it. I need to recreate it. And I happen to be a Go player. I have a digital system projector screen of doing that. So I just use white tint black and white tint black and stone and recreated the QR code out of my 1 second exposure memory. And I scanned it. Voila! It's her account. Success. If the director, the scriptwriter, and the actors, all of them have no problem with the logic and the practice of making a scene like that, that says a lot. And there's no more I can say about this drama. Do not go and watch this drama, would be my recommendation. The 8th one also comes from the platform Youku. Unfortunately, says a lot about the platform. It is they themselves highly anticipated would perform well but didn't do well at all and got really laughed at drama. 12弹, 12 Legends led by Na Zha, a fantasy drama that has a little unit story made up as its content. Honestly, I haven't watched much of it, but I did watch the first couple of episodes and I saw enough weird things in those minutes. Episode 1, only 6 minutes and 20 into it. So if you want to watch it but only just want to watch that scene, it comes to you very soon after you switch it on, which is the worst CG moment of Chinese Dramaland of 2021. Basically for that moment, we see a mermaid sitting on the rock in front of an open ocean. Then a merman comes in. The mermaid herself looks not so bad with her tail and everything. Just her makeup looks really The guy came in and it got weird. He jumped out of the water with a human body and CG fish tail, and it's the worst hard rubber like CGI I've ever seen. And the way that the fish had to land on the rock beside the mermaid, with the way the actor wiggles his body and then sit down on a hard rubber looking like CG tail, is wow, eye-openingly bad and embarrassing. You have to go and watch it in motion. I don't put it on here because copyright issues, but oh my god. If you happen to be a teacher teaching 3D graphics, this would be the perfect case to show it to your students and tell them don't do it. and probably make everybody laugh a lot. Then the 9th moment, coming back to Tencent. And it will get the award of the laziest wire work award. And you already know, after I've said that, it is none other than the epic fantasy drama Yu Long Miss the Dragon. I also did an individual renting video on it. And since I've already told you it's wire work, you know which scene it is. I can lift up in the air without moving a muscle, and that's just because I have magic. The male lead actor literally started a new type of wire work, which is stand still as a stone and rise up in the air as an elevator. Honestly, why do you even bother to use wire? If you're gonna do it that way, might as well just don't do it. Just let him stand there. What's the difference? Why? What's the point? I don't understand, like, since when this has become acceptable, but 2021, magical year of Dramaland. Finally, we arrive at the 10th moment, the worst moment of Chinese Dramaland of 2021 of my picking, which is how you should not do adaptation. Adding shit to original delicious food and ruin everything. It's also a Tencent drama. Adding shit. Adding pee, literally. You know what it is already, hey? The latest adaptation of Jin Yong's wuxia novel 天龙八部. Demigod, semi-evil, does not matter how you translate that, you know which one it is. This drama just has so many worth ranting about points, but the one that I've picked for today's video would be episode 12, around minute 5 and 50 second. 段誉 meeting Wang Yuyan for the first time. Every adaptation drama of 天龙八部 previously would put a lot of focus on this particular moment and film it in the best romantic pretty way, because it is a defining moment of two of the most important characters of this story. And what did this one do? It made 段誉 pee in front of his goddess. Why? As he got dragged away, the camera pans down and reveals on the path there's a pool of pee he just left there. Didn't happen in the original novel, and totally doesn't make sense for 段誉because he's a prince. Can you understand that? He's a prince. He would never do that. He would die before he'd do that. And what's the point of peeing in front of the woman you love? Like, does that show that you're... Why? And you know what? Because everybody ranted about this moment, this drama cut it out. Now if you go on Tencent and go on that episode and click at that moment, the shot stops right before it's gonna pan down. And then it cuts to the next scene. And you don't see the pool of pee. But internet has memories. Everybody has already seen the pool of pee, so you cannot run from the pool of pee. It's embarrassing, it's disgusting, it's stupid, it has no point of being there. It is insulting. And had Jin Yong still be alive today, he would probably go and murder the entire crew. Or maybe go on dark web and hire an assassin. It's even more baffling than the emperor has castrated himself. What is going on with the lower part of your body that you just cannot control these days, hey, 2021? Chinese entertainment 2021. All the things happened about you cannot control the lower half of your body, hey? So, that should conclude Avenue X's pick list of the most ridiculous drama moments coming from Chinese Dramaland of 2021. I hope you've had a good time. And if you have to make such a list, what would be the choices on your plate? Do let me know if you have even more exciting ones. Like I said, I don't watch every drama that came out of China every year, and then among the ones I've watched, I do tend to forget a lot of it because how much I have to watch all the time. So the ones that makes their way to the surface of my memories may have more to do with my own psyche than, say, the nature of how ridiculous they are themselves. That should conclude this video. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I have another video coming up Thursday, and then that will be the last one of 2021. Hope everything is going on well, and I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching or renting. 做人嘛，最重要的是要开心啊。